Alright, so this is going to be a quick video on this 13-inch MacBook Pro model A1502. This is a early 2015 model, if I remember correctly. So I actually just worked on this model not too long ago. We thought it had a bad SSD. I opened it up, cleaned it out, and the SSD was fine. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be replacing, apparently the wireless was having problems. I took the wireless card out, cleaned it up, and the Wi-Fi came back, but the Bluetooth was still bad. So we're going to be replacing the wireless card that it also does the Bluetooth. And then we're also going to be replacing the speakers because the speakers are having issues where one is really quiet and one is making a crackling, popping sound. Anyways, we're removing all the screws from the bottom and we're keeping them all in order just like every other video. Put the flat side down on your desk in the pattern you remove it, so this rectangular shape. Alright, and if this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. If it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, again, this is going to be a pretty quick repair. And if you need more details on stuff, then you can watch my other video that I just made earlier with the SSD, but you saw how I popped off the cover. You just grab back there and pull it up. Alright, so we got the speakers and the wireless card here. Okay, so we got two speakers and we got the wireless card. Alright, so wireless card. Oh jeez. Okay. So we're gonna take set aside the Pentalo 1.2 or P5 screwdriver and switch over to the T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver. And no, you don't need to disconnect the battery to do this. If you want to be extra safe, you can, but you don't have to. So I'm gonna be leaving that in. You just want to be careful not to drop stuff on the motherboard. If you want, you can be extra safe and disconnect the battery. Once you do that, open up the MacBook and then press and hold the power button for 15 seconds. All right, anyways, we got that screw out. We're going to lift this up slightly, as you can see. And then I like to use the raised part here to kind of help me pull and push it out. You kind of have to wiggle it side to side, or you can kind of just grab the sides here and you can kind of just wiggle this as you pull. But it is quite a bit difficult, so that's why I like to use this to kind of help push it. Okay. And normally I don't do it like this, but to keep it in camera, in view of camera, I'm trying to do that for you guys. All right, so we'll set that aside. This one, I'm going to probably label this as no Bluetooth just because it works, but no Bluetooth. So I'm just going to do a little circle here with a line through it and then write BT, okay, no Bluetooth, or actually just make an X on it, no BT. Okay, there we go. So if somebody wants Wi-Fi but doesn't care about Bluetooth, then maybe we can reuse this. I mean, the wireless cards are pretty cheap, so it probably won't ever get used, but, well, we'll see. Alright, so we got the replacement wireless card here. We're just going to get it back in at an angle like this, and then I like to pinch both ends to kind of push it in, just like that. We do have to, of course, make sure the wireless antennas do end up back on top. Okay, and then the way you reconnect these, well, let's go ahead and get the screw in first. Okay, make sure it's in place and get that screw down. Good. This, you want to make sure to get the connector lined up. You don't want to push it down until you're sure it's lined up. And the way you're sure it's lined up is when it's in place. You can see if I try and move it around, it's not really going anywhere. Then you can go ahead and click it into place. All right. We're going to do that for all three. Okay. All right. Click that in. That's very important. You make sure it's lined up because if you try and push it down when it's not, you're going to destroy the thing. All right, anyways, let's get the crumbly stuff out from under here. Okay, next thing we're going to do is the speakers here. All right, we got the speakers. I should have put the screws a little bit further away. It's getting caught into the magnet of the charge port. Okay, let me get that out and move the screws out of the way and I'll be back. All right, see you guys in a bit. All right, so we're back. We're still using the T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver, and we're going to remove the screws holding this speaker in place. I actually need to mark these so I know that they're bad and I don't accidentally put them in another computer. I did that with both sides, okay? And let's go ahead and get these out. Again, you want to keep all the screws in order because they are different size, shape, and lengths. If you mix them up, you can damage the computer. Okay, so we're going to get all of these out. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go over to this side and remove these screws. Okay, remove those. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead now and remove this, lift this up, and then we're going to swing this out here, just like this. Okay, and then we're going to get underneath here and pop this out. So I like to use my fingernail to do this. As you can see, I just pop it up like that. I'll show the other side with the tool, but that's how I would do it. Oh, you can see there's a lot of gunk in here. I'm wondering if that was what was causing this to... One of them was crackly, and one was... No, actually, this is the crackly one, I can tell. I'm going to clean this off, but most likely it's bad, so I'm going to toss it. Okay. I mean, I have to e-waste this kind of stuff. I'm not supposed to just throw this in the garbage. Alright, so if I remember correctly, this is the left speaker, and that one was very crackly. And usually what happens is the membrane around the edge here gets cracks in it. Which, if I don't really see the cracks on this one, but when I kind of push on this, I can hear like a faint crackling. So... yeah, this speaker is likely dead, so we'll set that aside. Okay, now we're going to get the other speaker out. Okay, this one has a wire that goes under here, so we are going to have to remove this metal plate. Okay, alright, so we'll take that out and take this out. Okay, and then we'll take this off. We are going to have to take this cable, or at least this side, we're going to have to lift up. It's going to be a little bit tricky to see what's going on here. But I'll use the plastic tool here to remove it. Alright, so I've done this on a lot of MacBooks, and I've shown a lot of videos. So if you're not sure, you can kind of look for my other MacBook videos of these same models to see how I take this out. But anyways, we're going to get underneath here. We're going to get the corner edge of this tool into the middle, and then we're going to twist it to pop it out. And the reason why, if you can see, there's a little groove here that kind of goes further in than the outer corners. Okay. There we go. Clean out this dust, and let's go ahead now and remove the speaker from here. So same as the other side, just lift this side. Alright, once you lift it, we can go ahead and take that out. Alright, so we're going to set these speakers aside into my electric waste bucket. Okay. Oh, it's kind of in the way. There we go. Let me get the dirt off of here so it's a little bit easier for them if they have to take it and clean it or do something. Alright, there we go. Okay, time to reinstall the replacement speakers. So we got the replacement speakers here. These are actually pulled from another MacBook, so we're going to get it back in like this at an angle. Okay, drop it in, get this all lined up. Okay, line up this cable, and just click that back into place once you get everything lined up. Okay, get it lined up, and click that down. Alright, okay, that's good. Alright, then we're going to get that all in place. We'll get this lined up and click that back in. Okay, let's get this metal plate back on top. Again, because we didn't disconnect the battery, you want to be very careful here. Okay, we're going to loosely fit that screw first. We'll get the second one, and then we'll tighten this one down. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get these 3 speaker screws in. Okay. As you can see, it's not too difficult. The 15-inch model is another story. You have to remove the motherboard completely, and you have to remove the little extra daughter board, whatever you want to call it. Child board, daughter board, I don't know. Alright, there we go. We're going to go over to this side. I might have to zoom out because stuff is in the way. Yeah, let's zoom out a bit here. We'll get this, again, get this cable underneath here. Swing that down, get this lined up, and click that into place. There we go. There's some crumbs here, so let's... Oh, it's stuck to that battery sticker. There we go. Alright, then let's go ahead and get the other speaker screws in. Alright, just like this. Last one. And there we go. Alright, tighten that all into place. Good. Alright, Now that we got all of that into place, we're going to put the bottom cover back on, and then we're going to do a SMC and PRAM reset. Most likely don't need to, but the main one, because I replaced the wireless card, I'm going to do that. All right, we'll just get the cover back on. If you disconnected the battery, make sure that you reconnect that. Okay, let's go ahead and get the Pentalobe 1.2 or P5 screwdriver and put these back in. And then after that, we're just going to do the PRAM and SMC reset, and that's all there is to it. Excuse me. Right. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. If it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, you're welcome to stay as I put back the rest of the screws. I'll show how to do the PRAM and SMC reset afterwards. And that's all there is to it. Alright, let's get all these screws in. Only 4 to go. Alright. As you can see, it didn't take too long at all. Less than 15 minutes for this entire process. Okay, we're done with the screwdriver. We'll put that away. Let's flip this back over. Let's get this thing plugged in. You don't technically have to have it plugged in as long as your MacBook has charge. As you can see, this light's green, it goes to orange. Then what we're going to do is Control Option Shift on the left side, power button. You'll see this light goes green and then back to orange. That's how you know you did the SMC reset right. Now we're going to do PRAM reset. Command Option P and R, hold that down after pressing the power button. You hear the chime. You'll see the screen shut off. You can let go once that happens and you'll hear the chime a second time. It'll turn itself back on. Right, so we'll give that a second. Alright, and there we go. And I can already hear the sound is a lot better, so we should be good to go. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, let's drop this. Bye.